Why does this common law stuff work for some people and it doesn't work for others? Well, stick around because I'm about to tell you. Okay. The major difference here, you can go and learn all the legalese and all the jargon that you want, and I'm not saying don't do that. Absolutely go and do it because it does help. But the major difference here is sovereignty. What is sovereignty? People believe that sovereignty, or the definition of sovereignty, is the authority to govern ourselves. Yes, but sovereignty is an energy. It's a vibration. It's a frequency. It's a feeling. That's what sovereignty is. And therein lies the huge difference as to why it works for some people and why it doesn't work for others. I'm going to give you the step-by-step process of how I got rid of the bailiff at my door without knowing too much jargon. Okay, I'll tell you that in a minute. First, we need to look at something called a tacit agreement, because a lot of people will bounce back with this and say, well, you can't ignore the system. You can't ignore the paperwork that they've given you. You have to interact because silence is agreement. In law, it's called a tacit agreement, right? Well, I went and had a little look because this has never ever sat with me spiritually, never sat right with me, because spiritually, what we're trying to do is create peace for ourselves, create this debt-free. We want ourselves, our lives to be peaceful. But when our full focus and attention and energy is on the common law, the restriction, the jargon, that's stressful. That lowers our vibration. We can't stand in our sovereignty, right? So, tacit agreement, I went and had a look. If a contract is written in legalese, which they all are, and the legalese misrepresents the English meaning, then that contract is deemed null and void. Okay? So we haven't actually contracted. So no contract, we are not being in honor. No tacit agreement, right? So this is a very much a vibrational thing that we have to do in order to get rid of these people. So step one, I'm going to use council tax as an example because this is the one I've been working with the most. Okay. Step one, go and understand what they can and can't do. This helps you drop the fear, because dropping the fear is the most important part of the whole process. Go and have a look. Can they break down my door and come in my house for council tax? No, they bloody can't. Not unless they've had prior peaceful entry. So if you've let that bailiff in your house before, sorry, my friend, you've got a problem. But if you haven't, they can knock until the cows come home. You keep on knocking, but you can't come in. You can't come in. And they can't arrest you for non-payment of council tax. So there's the step one. You now feel strong and secure in the fact that they cannot break your door down. Step two, do a vibrational visualization. We are trying to raise our consciousness into a world, a place, a vibration, a frequency that doesn't entail this bullshit down at the bottom, right? So when you visualize the bailiff at your door, or you're feeling a bit of fear, or you're visualizing the process that's going to happen, see yourself and your home and your front gate raising up a level. See that all in color. See yourself above. And as you look down, see everything else, your old house, your old gate, the old world, the bailiffs, the police, see them all in black and white. That is the 3D. We don't live there. Our vibration, our frequency is up here. Now, I have been doing this the whole time. For the past 3 years, I have been doing this. And I have never, ever bumped into the bailiff. One time, he came to my gate, and I'm going to tell you what I did here. Another visual process. The visual process was visualizing portals at my gate. And these portals will reject any lower form entities such as bailiffs, right? So I visualize a portal at my gate, and as the bailiff walks through the gate, it shoots him back to a different street. I also did a memory visualization where if anybody of a lower form comes into my gate, they feel very confused and lose their memory. They can't remember why they were there. And you've got to sit and do this visualization in a higher frequency thought. Do it almost as though, imagine there's a 12-year-old boy squaring up to a big man and he's like, come on, I'm going to get you. What's the energy? What's the vibration that man's going to sit and look at that 12-year-old? Dude, you don't have any power. You feel almost like you want to chuckle about it. Oh, how cute. This is the energy we've got to do the visualization in, right? So I visualize the portals, use whatever you want, whatever works for you. That's the important bit. It's the feeling of sovereignty that you get when you use this visualization. Twice. First time I came home from work and I saw the bailiff come up to my door. So I stand at my lounge window and I watch him. He comes through the gate. He stands for a few minutes, looks left and right, looks very confused, turns around and walks out. He did not even knock. He just looked very confused and walked. Second time, he came right up to my gate, looked around, didn't even come in the gate, left and right, off he goes. Okay. I believe this is because what I was doing, because there is no fear. When you meet somebody on the same vibrational level as you, you will always meet. So bailiff represents fear, oppression, hardship. When we're feeling fear, oppression, hardship, we're always going to meet the bailiff on that same vibration, that same frequency. We raise ours, we drop the fear, the bailiff still stays there. And we're up here, we're never going to meet him. And I never have. They have bounced my account over from the bailiffs to the council, from the bailiffs to the council, because they just can't simply get hold of me. They can't get any money out of me. I ignore them. I ignore their calls. They send text after text after text. I block them. This is how we drop the fear. We have to incorporate the spiritual into our common law. What do they call common law? They call it the law of the land, God's law. Okay? Sovereignty. This is a spiritual process. So by all means, go and learn the legal jargon, go and learn the legalese, because this will help you. But it's that feeling of sovereignty that's going to stop them coming back. Look at these people who go stand in groups outside other people's houses when their homes are being repossessed. Why do they have the most success? Because they're in a group, because they feel strong together. They're collectively using that sovereign energy, and that gives them strength and power, and they have way more success that way. So yes, there's a little thought for your day.